Hello, Mom Ernie. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shima Zakia Rumana from class MJ102 with student ID number 250201010040. I would like to conduct an interview with Miss Farah. Miss Farah is an elementary school teacher. Let's begin the interview. Good evening, Miss Farah. Thank you for taking the time to participate in this interview. My name is Sima, and this interview is conducted as part of my research of English language education in Indonesia. The purpose of this interview is to explore your perspective and experience as an English teacher.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me.
With your permission, may we begin?
Yes, you may begin.
To start, how would you describe the development of English language learning in Indonesia over the past 5 years?
In my view, English language learning in Indonesia has seen a significant increase in public awareness of the importance of English, particularly in relation to education and employment opportunities. In addition, students today have more exposure to English through the internet and social media platforms. It has contributed positively to their learning, especially in improving listening and speaking skills.
Thank you for a response. Despite these developments, what challenge do students commonly face in learning English?
I think one major challenge is that English still widely perceived merely as a foreign language rather than second language. As a result, students tend to use English only in formal classroom settings and rarely practice in their daily lives. This limited exposure often affects their confidence and makes it difficult for them to develop fluency, particularly in speaking.
How do you address this challenge in your teaching practice?
I try to create a supportive learning environment where students feel comfortable making mistakes. And I also apply interactive teaching strategies such as group discussion, educational games, and the use technology-based learning tools. These activities encourage students to participate more actively and help them to build confidence using in English.
In recent years, the implementation of the curriculum Merdeka has influenced teaching practice in Indonesia. How has this curriculum affected the way you teach English?
The curriculum Merdeka has had a positive influence on my teaching approach. It emphasizes student-centered learning and encourages teachers to be more flexible in designing classroom activities. Under this curriculum, I focus more on developing students' communicative competence rather than focusing exclusively on grammatical rules. Because in my experience, students have more motivated when they are given opportunities to express their ideas, even if their grammar is no perfect.
Currently, other foreign languages such as Korean, Japanese, and Mandarin are becoming increasingly popular among Indonesian students. In your opinion, does English remain the top priority?
Yes, I believe English remains the top priority, although other foreign languages are gaining popularity due to cultural influences. But English continues to be essential for academic purposes, business communication, and international interaction. It is widely regarded as the key language for accessing global opportunities.
Finally, what are your hopes for the future of English language education in Indonesia?
I hope there will be equitable access to qualified English teachers across all the regions, not only in major cities. In addition, I hope English teaching can become more contextual and meaningful so that students do not feel English as a difficult subject, but read it as a practical tool for communication. And improving learning resources and providing better support for teachers also will contribute to strengthening English education in Indonesia.
Thank you very much, Miss Sarah, for your sharing your valuable insight and experience. Your responses have been very helpful for my research.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could contribute.
That's all the interview that Miss Sarah and I gave. Thank you. Hello, Mom Ernie. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sima Zakia Rumana from class MJ 102 with student ID number 250201010040. I'd like to present the result of an interview I conducted. Opening. English learning is the process of acquiring international communication skill through mastery of four basic aspects: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, as well as grammar. In Indonesia, English is generally studied as a foreign language to support studies, careers, and global interaction. Key points of learning English. 1. Main objective: to improve the ability to communicate orally and in writing in various contexts, both academic, professional, and everyday. 2. 4 key skills. Listening: understand spoken information. Speaking: convey ideas orally. Reading: understand the text or context. Writing: construct sentence logically and structured. 2. Supporting components. Vocabulary mastery is crucial for clear communication. 3. Method: carried out conventionally in class, interactively, CD or film media, or through the English for Young Learners approach for early age. 4. Importance in the global era. It is a necessity to increase career competitiveness and access to technology. Presentation of interview result. So, the result of my interview are that I believe English language learning has developed very rapidly. Awareness of English as an essential skill is much higher now than in the past. However, English is still considered a difficult subject for some students. Personal response regarding the interview idea. Based on the results of the interview conducted, I conclude that mastery of foreign language, especially English, in Indonesia has now shifted from being merely an additional skill to an absolute necessity or life skill. I strongly agree that English is key to global competition. Interviews show that in the 4.0 era, mastering a foreign language facilitates access to information and technology and opens up broader career opportunities. We can no longer view English as just a foreign language, but rather as an international intermediary language that must be mastered from an early age. so as not to be left behind. Although awareness of the importance of English is high, I highlight interview results that indicated that major challenges still exist. Limited facilities, lack of practice opportunities, and a lack of competent English teacher in certain areas. This is a serious challenge for our education system. A dynamic, a dynamic curriculum will be meaningless without equitable resource and improved teacher quality. Learning should not focus solely on conventional grammar, but rather on communication skill, speaking or listening, to build confidence. I note the legitimate concern that excessive use for foreign language has the potential to erode pride and the ability to speak good and correct Indonesian, especially among the younger generation. In my opinion, the primary solution isn't to limit foreign language, but rather to strengthen the foundation of the Indonesian language. We must cultivate a culture of prioritize Indonesian, preserve regional language, master foreign language. Mastering English doesn't mean losing your identity as an Indonesian speaker. Interviews show that the methods used are still often conventional. I believe teachers need to be given creative space tailored to their students' social and cultural circumstances rather than simply sticking to a rigid curriculum. English learning should be made enjoyable and relevant to everyday life to increase student motivation. Conclusion. Overall, the development of foreign language in Indonesia is inevitable in the face of globalization. The challenge is how to balance the need for English proficiency as a tool for international communication without neglecting the existence of the Indonesian language. An innovative, equitable, and character-based educational approach is essential to bridge this gap. That's all the presentation I did. Thank you.